Coming in hot with the corny Halloween intros. It's much ado about nothing. I'm Adam.
I'm J-Rock.
All right, so Halloween is tomorrow. And as you can tell, one of us is very excited about it.
I'm so excited.
One of us couldn't care less about it.
I know, it's sad.
It is sad that people get excited about it. Anyway, so we will talk today about why some of us like it and some of us are correct in that it's not that great of a holiday. Yeah, we're launching right into it. Okay, let's see you argue. Do what?
I said blasphemy.
No, not at all.
Yes.
No. All right. Let's hear you argue your points on it.
Okay. You want all of them, or are we going to go back and forth?
I don't know. We'll just kind of feel it out. You got your notes. Just kind of whatever you think.
Okay. So my first one of my favorite things about Halloween is you get the lights, you get fun food, you get a fun activity, trick-or-treating, parties, whatever you want to do, but it's a non-gathering holiday. So I don't have to worry about so-and-so is coming in from out of town, so-and-so wants to come over, who is hosting, what are we going to cook? None of it matters because I can just go to a trunk or treat or something, have a bowl of chili, socialize if I want to. I can stay in and watch all the movies and just like dress all weird, do I want to do. Like, it's the fun of the holidays without the stress of the holidays for me.
Okay, tell me how it's a non-gathering holiday when you just mentioned parties and trunk or treats and any kind of get-together. Isn't somebody still going to have to host? Aren't you
Yeah,
still
but that's
gonna have
all optional.
Aren't you still gonna have to agree on like what it is? Like, hey, we're having food, or
That's all optional though. Like you get to choose if you do that or not. Versus like I feel like Christmas and Thanksgiving, you are obligated.
No,
Like
nobody's obligated.
you have to get together with family or you have to get like there's this unwritten list of rules
No.
that you have to follow and I don't have the patience for it anymore.
Oh. No,
Like
I
it's
mean,
fun, but it's so much stress.
I've eaten at IHOP for Thanksgiving. I've eaten at Denny's for Thanksgiving. It's
Right, but that's not the norm.
So what?
Like
That's what I'm saying is you're not like beholden to the holiday to get together like that.
No, but it feels like that. Like there's a reason why suicide goes up during the holidays.
Yeah, it's because, well, okay, the expectation of gathering, yes, is there. It goes up because people are lonely.
Well, yeah, I get that.
So,
Because they don't have families, which they feel like they're obligated to go and gather with.
holiday, Halloween's appeal is that you don't have to gather.
Yeah. Like
That's
there's none of this like, well, we have to wait and see because I don't know if, this family member is driving in or if this family member's coming over and what about, like everybody just does what they want and it's okay. And if nobody gets together or gathers together, it's not a big deal. Versus Thanksgiving, if you were to say, or even Christmas, if you were to say, meh, I want to be on my own or I want to do this, there's going to be people who take offense.
yeah, those people can deal with it.
Well, I mean, in an ideal world,
I know.
but again, it's the stress. I don't like the stress of it.
It turns into, well, why aren't you coming over to our, oh, you, da, 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 oh, you want to be with so-and-so. It's like, sorry.
Yeah.
It's, But that's the thing. And that's, pula.
Sorry.
That's, the nice thing about your microphone is I can't hear you over the microphone, but I can hear you down the hall.
Sorry.
What was I going to say? Oh, I don't know. For me, that's why I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like, okay, I'm like this with a lot of things though. I don't care about obligations.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm flexible about things. I'll commit to multiple things. And I know this is kind of a jerk thing, but I'll commit to multiple stuff multiple stuff, like multiple gatherings or whatever, and then just kind of pick whatever I want to do. Or I'll not commit to
you're
anything.
that person.
Or I will not commit to anything. Like, oh yeah, we'll try to make it. You know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, look, I said I'd try, and it turned out that we couldn't. You know?
Yeah.
Busy with other things. Kids did blah, blah, blah. You know? It's like, sorry. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm a little more of a people pleaser than you are.
Yes, you are. So, stop liking Halloween.
No.
You said you're
never.
I'm just kidding. You said you're a people pleaser.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay, so you say so you like it because it's a non-gathering. Okay.
Yeah.
Non-gathering holiday though, you can apply that to a lot of things. You can apply that to.
Well, this is just one of my points. Like, this is like one of many.
Okay, so by saying that, what you're saying is you rank things like Halloween. I keep thinking Columbus Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, all those things because they're non-gathering holidays, kind of. I mean,
yeah, I guess. I mean,
the families
honestly, Memorial Day and Labor Day, I've never really done anything for. It's just kind of like there.
but they're the kind of days where you can, like you can still get together if you want to, but it's not like it's not an expectation that we got to make the trip to
Yep.
over the river through the woods of Grandma's house.
Exactly. I feel like the only hard part with those ones is they don't have like the lights and the holiday feel that Halloween does.
So you like the motif of Halloween.
Yeah, that was actually one of my points is I love the Halloween aesthetic. Like I love it. I have always loved the like dark, vampy, macabre, like Tim Burton style and aesthetic.
And that there is why we disagree with this. I hate Tim Burton stuff.
I love it.
I cannot stand Tim Burton.
Love it.
Whatever.
The Corpse Bride, Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, it's so good.
Well, Corpse Bride came out while I was on my mission. The only thing I remember was seeing like the covered up the metal detectors at Walmart, or like the alarm things at Walmart with like posters of it. And so I saw it. I was like, this looks like Nightmare Before Christmas, like that style. I was like, okay, but I never actually watched it.
It's like the Halloween Fanatics romantic movie.
Isn't that kind of what
most girls like The Notebook. I would prefer The Corpse Bride.
Well, you already got there's already Edward Scissorhands for that.
I love that one too. That's a good one too.
Although the only I don't know, I didn't care for that movie. He was too passive.
Oh, it's so cute.
Well, the whole time though, I was just waiting. He finally did it at the end when he stabbed the guy with his hand and then threw him out through the top of the house.
Yeah.
I can't remember, like the boyfriend or whatever. But the whole time I'm waiting for him to fight back against everybody. It's like, they're obviously taking advantage of you. They're, nobody cares about him, whatever.
That's what makes it so great when he finally does, though.
Yeah, I didn't want to sit through that's the thing. I didn't want to sit through an entire movie of it. That would have been...
Oh, but he was so cute, like, as a person.
That would have been like a better hour-long TV show episode than like a whole movie.
Oh, no, I love it. I love it.
I didn't care for...
No,
in general for that. But yeah, no, I'm the opposite. I don't like the Halloween motif. Like, I don't care for the combination of colors.
Really?
Black, purple, orange.
Oh, I love it.
It just, I mean, I don't know if they go together just because I've seen it so much on Halloween, or if they actually do go together. But I don't know. I don't care for that. I don't care for like the skulls and the spiders and the monsters and the, I don't know. It just, I think for me, it doesn't evoke feelings of happiness. Like those are things that, that people have fears of. I don't see a reason to celebrate fears like that,
Oh, see, and that kind of leads into one of my other points is I feel like I've grown up and been in a culture that, or yeah, like entrenched in a culture where it's very like upbeat and positive, like all the time.
As it should be.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like crappy stuff happens in life. Like really crappy stuff happens. So it gets really annoying when you try to deal with those things or confront those things or talk about those things and you're met with, you know, ew, no, you know, like, you know, the fact is my dad died.
Okay.
Like, he died. He died in my house.
Sorry, I say okay. I'm not saying like okay, whatever.
I know.
I didn't mean it like that. You know.
No,
that.
I know.
Just for
Yeah.
just for whoever's watching, it's like I'm not heartless towards the fact that your dad died.
No, that's his way of saying like, go on.
Yeah, I'm
elaborate.
like continue with the story. I got it. I understand.
Yeah. So like
Sad situation.
he died. So as a teenager, listening to bands like Evanescence
Flyleaf.
and what was some of the other ones?
Flyleaf.
Evanescence,
I'm gonna say it a third time.
Flyleaf.
I said Flyleaf twice.
Oh, I caught the last one you said.
Okay, yeah.
But Evanescence, Flyleaf, Red, like the bands that kind of focused on the sad, depressing stuff, as people would label it, or my mom's favorite, slitting your wrist music. Like those are
Which
things
it's
that helped
not,
helped me deal with it. So the thing I like about Halloween is it's kind of a way to like confront and acknowledge the dark, scary things in life, but you're doing it as a group and it's only one day, which makes it less scary.
Do in general with other things that are dark and scary, are they celebrated in the way that Halloween is?
No, but
Then why is
I don't
Halloween
know that
celebrated?
I don't know that dark, scary things are being celebrated. I think it's the one time of the year where like it's acceptable to talk about those things and you know, watch those things and stuff. And then two, not to be cliche, but if you're a weirdo like me and you go the rest of the year kind of taming yourself down and watering yourself down so that you're not
You don't let your weirdness
ostracized
out too
or
much.
yeah, like you tamper it. It's the one night of the year where like you can let loose and just be as weird as you want, and it's fine because it's part of the holiday.
Okay, two
So
things.
I don't know. I guess it like lifts the curtain on some stuff, and you can like see through things. I don't know.
Okay, I have two responses there. First of all, you mentioned, I can't remember what you said. Something about talking about that stuff. Nobody gets together on Halloween to talk about, oh, my dad died. Oh, this bad thing happened. Oh, my brother got killed in a car accident. Whatever. That's not what Halloween's for. I don't think. At least not that I've ever seen. The other. Okay, do you have a response to that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's not, and I think this is stuff that goes on at a subconscious level. Like I don't think people go out and think, oh, I'm gonna process this really horrible thing that happened to me through this. Most people don't think like that. I think it's more, oh, I'm kind of you're letting off steam from stuff that you might have like suppressed, and it feels good. So I think people are more reacting to, ooh, something about this just feels really good.
Okay.
Like I feel better.
Then my response to that is also kind of along the lines of what I was going to say for my second point. So you're saying we have to, and I know I'm being a jerk about this, but it's a point I want to argue because I want to see what your thought is. So you're saying
you like
we
to
have
argue.
What's that?
I said, and you tend to like to argue.
Well, I don't like to. I don't like to argue for the sake of arguing. I like to argue to get people to think. You know, if you want to take a certain stance on something, that's fine. What I want is your reasoning for that. I want to know that, okay, you're not saying that without thinking why it is that you say that. Because if you don't have a reason for it or you can't back it up, then it's like, well, then why do you think that way? Okay,
Yeah,
so
I guess.
so to that point, So what you're saying then is we have to cater to all the weirdos who don't either have the confidence to be weird all the time and be themselves, or who, or that we have to, what was I going to say? See, there's a problem when I try to do this on the fly and I can't. But what you're saying is we have to like, oh, well, okay, Halloween's for all the weird people to finally act weird. We gotta let them satisfy their subconsciousnesses. I don't know. It's like, why not do that? Like, why does that have to concentrate all in one year, like, or all in one day? Why not just do that during the year?
Because some people don't, and you don't have to cater to it. Like that's like I said, everything is optional. If you just want to stay home and not partake in any of it, you don't have to.
Okay, except what's going on? What are we doing tomorrow?
We are trick or treating, and then we're having friends
together
over for game night.
Is it tied to Halloween at all? Are we playing like Halloween games?
No.
Like, oh, we got spooky Uno.
No.
Okay, I don't know. Games. I'm just okay. Okay, then I guess that's okay. No, because I was going to say, you say, oh, you don't have to participate. It's like, then why do I end up getting stuck participating in all this stuff? You know,
because your wife made a friend.
Well, no, it's not. I mean, it's not just that. It's yeah.
No, but like for real, if you don't want to do the spooky decorations and stuff, you don't have to. You know, I think it all goes back to common courtesy. If you don't like it, don't partake in it. Like simple as that.
So then why are there spooky decorations in our living room?
Because I had Target money.
No. I don't want them there. I'm just saying you say that, and then it's like, well, when you're married to somebody or you got a family, you can't just be like, well, if you don't like it, don't participate. It's like, I can't help it because you put it up while I'm doing whatever. Or you already spent the money.
Didn't go crazy this year, though. No, you act like I put the 12-foot skeleton in our living room.
No, and I don't ever do that. not because I'm scared of it, but because it's like, don't waste money on a freaking 12-foot skeleton.
Oh, he's so cool. He's got blinking eyes and everything.
See, and that's what I mean. I'm like, what about skeletons? Like, it's like, ooh, we need to put that in our house.
See, and that's what I was saying. I think there's some things, and for me, that goes back to aesthetic. I can't tell you why I like the aesthetic, really. Like, yeah, I have some reasons, like I talked about with my dad, and sometimes it does help let off steam from that or different other bad things going on in life. But at the same time, even without those things, I just like the aesthetic. Like, I like the skulls. I like all of the black. I like the Tim Burton movies, I just like it. It just is,
See, I was going to say that's probably why I don't get it, is because I know I'm getting kind of off the rails here, but it is kind of connected. I'm not the kind of person to be like, well, I just like it because I do. And that kind of thing bugs me when that is the case. What were we talking about yesterday? What did we hear on the radio?
I don't remember.
Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah.
And I said it bugs me that I like it because I can't figure out why.
Yeah.
Because, it's, for me, it's like I need to have like a logical reason. Even if it doesn't, even if it's not something that makes sense or that, or not make sense. If it's not something that other people will agree with, it's like I can at least trace it out in my brain. Like, okay, this is why I like this because of, whatever. Or because I've got it anchored to some memory or something like that.
Yeah. Which I get.
And that's why liking Katy Perry bugs me, is because it's like I don't have any of that.
Yeah, no,
and so
I get that.
Why do I still like it? Like, there's no logical reason for me to like it, and yet I do. So
yeah, see, and at that point, that's when I go, it just is what it is.
And that's where when you say that for why you like Halloween, you're like, well, I just like it because I like it. It's like, there's got to be something. I mean, I don't know. At the very least, look into it and figure out, oh, I like it because
I
whatever.
have. I mean,
Well,
like I said.
and this sorry, I'm looking up at my notes here.
Oh,
Because one of the things I wrote down, like one of the thoughts I had was like, do people just like it because? And I'm leaning more towards like the scary stuff, like going to haunted houses and that kind of thing.
mm-hmm.
Do people like getting scared? Like no one likes getting scared about other things. Like if you had to go to the doctor because you found a lump on your neck or something, no one's like, ooh, this is gonna be fun. I might find out if it's cancerous or something. No one gets excited about that. That's actually scary. That's actually life threatening. Hold on. What I'm saying is, then you have things that are a haunted house where it's like you got people dressed up as like serial killers or a clown with a knife or whatever. Those are things that, in a non-controlled, non-sanitized environment would actually be scary, but people like it. So do people just like it because it gives them the illusion of being scared and they get to experience that like adrenaline rush? No, but still knowing that it's not actually going to result in anything bad happening to them.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's you have the comfort of knowing, I can go in Six Flags or whatever and know that's a man underneath that suit who's being paid to do this. I know that is all makeup. At the end of the night, the odds of something actually happening to me are pretty low,
Mm-hmm.
So I can go in and enjoy the adrenaline. I think it's the same thing as roller coasters.
Mm-hmm. I was just going to say roller coasters are along the same lines.
Yeah, like that there's safety and the odds of something happening to you are pretty low, but you want the adrenaline. I think the things that I don't understand and what to me I feel like are probably more of like an adrenaline addiction or like something even deeper are, I don't know if you've seen the haunted houses where basically you have to sign a waiver and seriously, you have to sign a waiver because they will do things like chain you up, hit you, slap you, choke you. All of these things that are very, very real. To me, that stuff that I don't feel like is like all in good fun Halloween. To me, in my opinion, if you're enjoying something like that, there might be something deeper going on.
And
like
that's
that's a different level.
And then that's kind of where my questions are, because it's like, so you're just trying to satisfy whatever mental, like there's a specific kind of mental stimulation that you're not getting elsewhere. Mm-hmm. I mean, is it because you're not out hunting and like fighting other animals for food, so you never have something actually threatening to kill you and like chase you down and slash at your face? So you have to, but you still have that like somewhere in your brain. It's like, oh, I really need to experience this.
Yeah, I don't know. I think,
yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm like, I mean, and I get it. It's like I'm not super competitive, but there are things that I'm competitive about.
Yeah, don't say.
Like what?
Being right. You hate being wrong.
Well, yeah.
You will fight to the death to be right.
Well, who wouldn't?
Well, nobody likes to be wrong. But I'm the first to go, you know what? They're wrong, but whatever.
And see, I'll admit when I'm wrong. The thing is, I'm just not wrong that often.
There it is.
But seriously, and it's not like my thing is, and again, you've got to argue it on my terms. If you can disprove me on my terms, and I know that's the case for most people. The problem is I don't think most people really take the time to figure out what their terms are. But if you can disprove me on my terms, where it's like, here's why I think blah, 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 blah. And then you can tell me within that context, well, here's where you've made the wrong connections and here's where you are wrong. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
The problem is hardly anyone ever does that, I guess. And now, to be fair, I get it. I'm not important enough to be proven wrong, It's not like, oh no, we gotta change this guy's mind because he's on the wrong track. Nobody cares about me that much.
Well, and for some people
don't matter that much in general.
Yeah, well, and for some people, and I'm one of them, sometimes it's that whole pick your battles. Like, sometimes it's just not worth it. Like, there are so many times in life where I've been like, I thoroughly disagree with you. I think you're wrong, but it's not worth the fight or the wasting the time on the conversation. Like, it's just not worth it. So you just don't say anything, or you just kind of, and let them go. Oh my goodness.
Now I'm just being a jerk.
Yeah.
See, that's where it's like, most of the time I'm not a jerk. That's where I'm being a jerk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so going back to all that. Okay. Because I know we got a little sidetracked there, but yeah.
No, well,
so,
sorry.
What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say the other thing with some of it is I do wonder. I think when you've been in trauma and chaos enough in your life, if that's something that you've like grown up with or just experienced for a long period of time,
it feels like the normal to you, and you want to
that feels normal. And like, I've caught myself doing it where it's like, oh, I'm more familiar with how to work or handle this situation, even though it might be bad, than this one, so I'm just gonna kick back to that one because it's easier. That's what I know. I don't care to be touchy-feely, so on occasion I get snappy and ticked off instead of sad or hurt, because that's just easier for me.
Yeah.
So the haunted houses and things, the extreme ones, I would be interested to know, of the people who genuinely enjoy that, how many of them grew up in a chaotic or traumatic environment.
And look to that for more of that quote unquote normal chaos, scary, yeah. Well, in any case, I don't care for it.
Yeah, well, and that's fine.
And if that is it, that might be, if that is the case, they just want something that's familiar, or they want something that satisfies that subconscious need to be put into danger and then escape it.
Most of the people I've encountered that like love Halloween and stuff like this, and this is just my experience, most of them have been through at least one traumatic event in their life. Meaning like somebody close to them has died, sexual assault, whatever it might be. At least one large traumatic thing in their life.
Yeah. Well, in any case, it's not for me. I mean, I don't know. It's yeah.
It doesn't have to be for you too. Like, that's the thing.
No, I know, and that's why I said if that works for them, that works for them. I just it's just something that I just don't see. And like I said, if that really is, it's like a subconscious need, I just don't have that need. I don't know if it's stress or what it is. I have enough of whatever in my life to worry about that I don't feel the need to get scared so nothing in my brain is telling me, hey, you need to experience something scary so that you can, well, we haven't overcome that in a while. We really need to.
Yeah. Well, and if we're going with my theory of trauma being tied to the love of Halloween and being scared and stuff, I'm not going to say you haven't experienced trauma, but like, you haven't had a spouse die. You haven't had you've had one grandparent. You've had one grandparent pass away, which you seemed to do okay with. Both of your parents are still around. You don't have a history of any assault or anything. Like, the big ones that in my experience, I've tended to see with people who love it aren't there for you.
Yeah.
So
that maybe that makes me the weird one.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we're coming up on time, so
okay. Well, those were I think the only other point I had is I'm a very, very creative person. So I love all of the makeup and special effects and like artistry that goes into Halloween.
Oh, just do it for Christmas, and then everything's fine.
There's not as much of it for Christmas.
See,
Like
then make
it's
it.
just
Then be weird and be like, oh, I'm gonna wear Christmas makeup.
what
I don't know.
I mean, that's creative, but like
There you go.
yeah, but like there's a difference between doing like I've got going on now makeup for but Christmas colors and doing something like this half of my face is Santa Claus like normal and then the other side is like a skeleton or like his face melted or something like that.
Then
Like that to me requires way more creativity and artistry than just an eye look.
okay. I don't know why you got to kill Santa Claus to get your creativity across, but apparently
It's
when
Halloween.
when you're that weird, that's what you got to do. All right. Well, thank you all for watching.
This has been Psychology 101.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I just know it's one of those things. It's like, oh, you can attribute all kinds of stuff to mental whatevers,
Oh yeah.
and then, and then I kind of, it's at least plausible, So, all right. I think that'll be it for tonight.
Yep.
Thank you all for what's that?
I just said yep.
Yep. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Boo.
Boo.